Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Citation to all Yakim on the highways and byways, teaching his work sincerely and faithfully. This lesson is going to be on, well, the mayor, it's going to be about the Lord. He's going to tie to the sinning, right? He's going to tie to people making mockery, right? And of him, right? You got a lot of artists do it. The Baby, who else? Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick Lamar had a crown of thorns on his head in one of his albums. You got the Baby was on a cross, right? You got a lot of artists mocks the Lord, right? And God is not mocked. Whatever a man soweth, he also reapeth. So if you sow to the flesh, you're gonna get flesh. You know what I mean? I want to read this. It's gonna be brief. Major power outage hits large parts of Paris. A major power outage struck several districts of Paris on Sunday, about 24 hours after the Olympic game opening ceremony. So after the game ceremony, right? Guess what happened? Power outages, right? Look at this. This is the transgender. This is what they did. They mocked the Lord on his Passover, right? This is what they dressed like. The Olympics drag show. They didn't. Guess what happened? What they say? It said 24 hours after the Olympic Games open ceremony. That was the open ceremony. 24 hours. If you can't believe that the Lord is, if you can't believe there's a living power, talking to these atheists, out there. If you don't believe there's a real power, like how do you explain this? How do you it just happened? It's just a natural occurrence, you know? But they're gonna see in the day when the Lord returns. That's when everyone's gonna be shocked and afraid, right? Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For so whatsoever a man soweth, that he also reap. So that's basically it. That's what's happening. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For so whatsoever a man reap, man soweth, that he also reap. This world reaps of corruption. Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, this thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood shall require at thine hand. So the Lord requires blood. If you're not warning people, you have this truth, whether that be family, friends, making a video, talking to coworkers at school or college or job, whatever, or being on the highways and byways. If you're not warning people, then what? Especially when you know a lot, and you're just suppressing it. Yeah, if thou warn the wicked and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. So he's been warned. People have been warned back to back. Even if they walk past you, right? They've been marked. If you're a street preacher, right? They've been walked. They've been marked. You know what I mean? And this goes to people who are hiding talents. Matthew 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he had received 2, he also gained another 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. You know? Yeah, you know what I mean? Who did that? What did Smokey do to what Smokey do? The big worm. Said, you smoking my bud? Fucking with your money. He said, I have to fuck you up, Smokey. He said, playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. You know what I mean? If you don't got my money on my bud, I'm gonna kill you and him. You know? Isn't that what the Lord is basically saying? Well, remember that time when Debo threatened he threatened both of them. He says you got something. I mean, why you trying to do? Try to knock your ass out. You know what I mean? Like you can't expect, like, you can't just like get into this and think you can just not do anything and just like, oh, the Lord revealed this onto me. Let me just hide it. Let me not warn people about this place of torment. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoned with them, so that he had received 5 talents, came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee rule over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. So, like, the Lord, at some point, you should be teaching, you know what I mean? After a certain amount of years, you know what I mean? You should be teaching, whether that be a YouTube video, whether that, especially, I feel like when you get into the truth and you have no confidence, but you're part of a camp, that should boost your confidence in a way. Like, yeah, this is not as hard as people make it seem to be. You will be scolded, you will be challenged, but that's only to refine you to be a better servant for the Lord, and to push His word even more, right? But making a video, I wouldn't say it's easy, but starting off is gonna be complicated. You know what I mean? Start off with your family members. If someone's telling you, right, that they've been watching, let's say whoever camp for 4 years and they don't know how to start a video, what the fuck were you doing for them 4 years? You just watched the video like just aimlessly? Like what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It just stuff like that is like, if that's the most saddest excuse I've ever heard, how do you not know how to start a video? There are people out there who legit watch videos for entertainment and don't learn shit from them. And then they think you could just sit home and play fucking video games and watch TV. Like, no. The Lord requires, like, especially if you say that out of your own mouth, the Lord's going to question you on that day, probably. I'm not saying Lord's willing to come to that, but come on. can't say you didn't learn. You didn't learn nothing. You had to open a video, right? Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, then at my coming I should have received mine and own in usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that has shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath. You know? And cast ye unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You start to become a servant when you start to learn a lot more when you're in this truth, right? And you learn a lot. You start to be accountable. You have to share this word. I feel like the basics is fallen angels, right? I'm gonna keep saying it. Hell, lake of fire. The other nations could be saved, right? And that's mainly it. You know, and especially the New Testament where the Lord said, pray for people, right? People don't want to pray for anybody. It's hard, it's hard. It's better that you don't. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't pray for somebody if it's if you are in a state of anger. You know what I mean? It's not sincere. It's fake. The Lord is not gonna give you it. You know what I mean? Like let's take Cain for an example. Cain, he gave a sacrifice, right? He wasn't thinking about it. Just, yeah, let me give you some of this. He gave him some rotten fruit. Cain, he wanted to give the Lord fruit, right? Rotten fruit, like spoiled. Like let's the bananas, the dark the bananas with the dark spots on it. You know what I mean? But he wasn't trying to give his best to the Lord. And guess what happened? He was cursed for killing his brother. So always give your best sacrifice. I'm gonna get Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. As ye have drunk upon my holy mountains, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So I'm gonna stop there. So basically, the Lord's gonna return. So when Jake gets mad at these heathens, right? It's understandable. But my thing is, don't go your way to start arguments with them. You know what I mean? Because the Lord will fight for you. That's what he's doing now. Why do you think America's all fucked up? America's getting invaded through the southern border, right? Remember this. You shall sow, to the flesh. You know what I mean? If they sow to the flesh, they shall reap of corruption, right? So everyone is gonna have to pay for that. You know what I mean? But back to the talents, though. There are gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be in the lake of fire because they choose not to fear the Lord. They didn't fear the Lord. Talking about some damn, I don't know how to make a video. What the fuck you mean? Bro, you've been watching videos for 4 years. What are you talking about, dog? When I heard, I'll be honest with you, this is personal. Someone I know, and it's like, bro, I don't know why the hell I told you. And it's a deep regret in some ways telling him because he's held to a higher standard now because he knows a lot, right? And he's fucking slacking in it, and he's, you know, I don't know how to make a video. 4 years of watching videos, you don't know how to start an intro, and you want to chuckle about it. That shit ain't funny. You know what I mean? It's it's crazy. But this is what you get. The slothful servant. The scriptures. I don't want to condemn. I'm not condemning or nothing, but I want to be honest. That's slothful. No, that's lazy, right? Not saying he doesn't have a chance to change. Like no one, everyone has a chance to change, right? Everyone could change, but we're not. The Lord's not here yet, right? Just because the Lord's not here yet is you don't want to be lenient, like laid back, be a laid back person on it either. You should get to it as fast as you can. Like boom, talk like think about it as if the Lord is coming tomorrow, right? Do things as if the Lord is coming tomorrow. Do things if He's coming next week or whatever, or today. Like just get yourself mind ready because He says, "Those I find so doing." You know, let me get the. Matthew 24:45. Who then is a faithful and wise servant whom his Lord has made ruler over his household to give them meat in season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him rule over all his goods. So when the Lord comes back, boom, he's gonna be in the sky. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a jump scare in a way. You're walking about, boom, someone just jumps out. That's the Lord. It's gonna be like that. He's gonna jump out right in front of you, in front of everybody. What are you gonna like? What are you doing? Someone's gonna be watching porn. Someone's murdering someone. Someone's gonna be lazy. Someone just blaspheming the Most High. Someone is gonna be preaching, right? Right, you're gonna have people warning still people, and like if we don't, some of us will get beheaded, right? But some of us will still be teaching people in secret, right? Warning people about the Lord return. You know what I mean? And the Lord's gonna be in the sky, seeing all that we're doing, and what type of person you're gonna be in that day. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Say, I don't know how to make a video. It's crazy, bro. Like, what? You know? It's really just, it's like, bro, that's crazy. 4 years and you don't know how to make a fucking video. No, I shouldn't. That's crazy to me. Like, what do you mean? So for him, this feel like he's seen it for entertainment, you know. But the Lord's willing, we all be found so doing, all of us, that we keep striving to be better. You know what I mean? Better servants for the Lord. We gotta honor Him. We may have to work with certain people that we don't like, whatever, at work or being public with people. You know what I mean? Get through that. Do it for the Lord, right? Let's say you don't like being around these certain type of people or this person, right? Remember in the back of your head, uh, the Lord understands, and that you're not doing it for you though. You're doing it for the Lord. So give a better image of yourself, right? Do better. Be better. Hope this video was edifying. Till next time, say shalom.